Welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast, the place for smart, simple strategies that will amplify your business results. Sharing practical tips, insider knowledge, and actionable advice because marketing is something that every business owner can do. Now, let's get started. Introducing your host, Bianca McKenzie, mum, lover of snow sports, camping, horse riding, and in-demand launch strategist and Facebook advertising knowledge bank.
Hello and welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast. I'm so excited to be here and I can't wait to tell you a little bit about what I've got in store today. So I was thinking about topics to talk about, and I often go off on a bit of a rant because there are so many people that teach Facebook ads, talk about Facebook ads, have positive experiences with Facebook ads. There's people that have negative experiences with Facebook ads, and everyone has something to say about them. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that today. And here we are talking about what Facebook and Instagram ads can and can't do. And I feel like a lot of people, when they dive into Facebook ads for the first time, they have this massive expectation and really big hopes about what they're going to see when they are going to put money into Facebook and Instagram ads. And sadly, a lot of them don't actually, get any of those results, or it doesn't meet their expectations. So let's just dive in and dissect it a little bit. And I tell this to my students, and I probably talk about this all the time. And if you've listened to the podcast before, I've said this before as well. Facebook ads are an amplifier. So Facebook ads can amplify what is already happening in your business. And what do I mean by this? Say you started a business a few years ago and you've been, posting organically, building up an audience on Instagram, on Facebook. You might have some people on your email list, and you've got a product and you've been selling this product organically. So no paid traffic, no paid ads or anything. Now you want to go into Facebook ads and you've got, this idea of selling, double or triple the amount that you're selling right now. And that is totally possible. But there's a few things that we need to know about. So let's first talk about the things that Facebook ads and Instagram ads can do for your business. So number one, it can drive traffic. So if, you're doing social media, organic social media, that is also driving traffic, but you have less control over that. You can put some money behind some ads and actually drive more traffic to your website, to your landing pages, to your shopping pages, to your products, or obviously depending on what audiences that you show it to. So Facebook ads can really help you drive more traffic to your website. So that's what it can do. Number two, the other thing it can do is bring in leads. And you need a bit of an infrastructure and a system for this to bring in leads. And you definitely need an email marketing system software. But it can bring you more leads by driving traffic to specific landing pages. A lot of the time people do this by offering a freebie, whether it's a free guide or a challenge or a webinar, but giving something in return for someone's email address. And if you're an e-commerce business, it doesn't mean that you can't do this as well. You can offer free shipping, or you can offer a first order discount. There's lots of different ideas. You can also do guides and things like that. So number two, it can drive or it can bring leads. Another thing it can do, and obviously it depends on how you set it up, is show retargeting ads. So once you've built an audience and you've set up your custom audience in Facebook advertising, in Ads Manager, you can then show people retargeting ads. So it's kind of like those reminder ads to say, hey, I know you looked at this. Here's the next step, whether that is to sign up for the free lead magnet or whether that is to purchase. So that's another thing it can do, is show retargeting ads. And you can get in front of people that know you and, have seen things from you before. This is what I want to talk about next. What it can't do. It can't make people buy, and it can't sell your products or services. And this is where I feel like a lot of people kind of get stuck and hung up about Facebook ads don't work for me, especially people who haven't sold a whole lot organically. And this is why I keep saying Facebook ads amplify. If your products or services are not selling organically, you can't expect Facebook ads to work and actually magically sell your products or your services. You need to have an offer that sells before you actually spend money on Facebook ads. And I'm pretty sure I've said this before as well, but if you don't, you can use Facebook ads to get some data. So this is what I often advise new businesses. If you have a brand new business and you haven't really sold much, or you haven't had enough traffic to your website to sort of really get solid data, then your Facebook ads are going to be a market research exercise. Your first 3 months are going to be honestly just data for you to go through and have a look at what is and isn't working. Don't let them run for 3 months and then sort of look at it. Like, keep an eye on them. But yeah, you need to look at your data and let that advise you what is going to happen. So, and this is what I talk about all the time with my students. You need to have at least 1,000 people go to your website and then look at how many people purchased. All right, now what is your conversion rate? If you got 0, you need to send more traffic. So ideally you want 1,000 people to your website and get some sales from that, but it's only like the tip of the iceberg. That's like the smallest sample size. So the more people you can send to your website, the more data you're going to collect, and the better that is going to represent what is going to happen when you actually do scale with ads. It also helps you improve your website. If you have ads and people are clicking on them and then on the website, they're not taking the next step, something's not right with your website. And again, you need a big enough sample size to be able to really get some data. But yeah, I just get so, in a way, sad because so many people say Facebook ads don't work for me. And what they've done, if they spent $100 and they didn't get anything out of it, well, to spend $100, that's like, I know like it's not a super small amount, but it's not going to get you enough data or enough insights. So this is why if you have been building your business organically for a significant amount of time and you have that data, that's when you can make better decisions on what Facebook ad spend is going to do for you. Now, I do want to say something on the back of that as well is organic social media. Like it's quite hard to track how long it takes someone to make a purchase. So that data you don't really have. Also, your social media and your email list are at some point a warmer audience. So when you start advertising and you start putting in cold audiences, so people that have never heard from you or don't know you, you might see slightly different results because your warm audience and your cold audience, they don't act the same way. And this is why it is also really important to drive traffic or to run engagement ads or video view ads so that you get your new and your cold audience you get them kind of interested in what you have and what you sell so they get to know you first. And then you can show them retargeting ads. So anyway, I feel like I'm going off on a bit of a, diversion right now, but I really want you to know that, yes, Facebook and Instagram ads can do amazing things for you. It can bring you more leads. It can drive traffic to your website. You can use it to retarget people, but it can't make people buy from you or sell your services if your foundations and your groundwork hasn't been done. And this is what I always say. If you have an e-commerce store, an online store, your products need to, in a way, sell itself. Your website needs to support that selling feature. So think about a physical store versus an online store. In a physical store, we can touch things, we can pick things up, we can look at it. Now, on a screen, we don't get that same experience. So how can you, as an online store owner, give someone that kind of experience from, scrolling on their phone or sitting behind a computer? You need to put in so much effort to describe your product, to really not just list the benefits and the features kind of thing, but kind of describe the feeling someone will get from purchasing or touching, or like, it's almost like your words need to replace all of the other senses. And that's really hard. And obviously really good visuals. And that's really hard. So your website needs to sell your products. And the same goes for services and courses. Like, if it isn't already selling, if your foundations and your funnel isn't working, then it's really hard to get people to purchase. You need to really work on showing them and telling them what they're going to get. And, that whole journey, it's not, someone doesn't make a snap decision on purchasing something. It just does not happen like that. There's a lot of consumer behavior and psychology involved. So driving traffic is great to use ads, but if you want to make sales, you need to really think about how this happens and how this works in your consumer's brain. How do they go from finding you to purchasing from you? And think about your own customer journey. It's not as easy as, oh, I see this thing and I'll buy it. It just doesn't work like that. So Facebook ads can't make people buy, and it can't sell your services or your products. Your website and your funnel and your emails need to do the heavy lifting. And sometimes you honestly just need to get on a call with someone, especially if it's a high ticket item. They might just need to have that extra reassurance that you are going to solve their problem. So I tried to not make it a rant, but yeah, really, Facebook ads can bring you lead, drive traffic, show retargeting ads, but it can't do your selling for you. So Facebook ads are not a sales tool. Yes, you can use them to show retargeting ads, but the retargeting ads come at the end. It is are you on the fence? Get in now. But there's so many other parts that need to do the heavy lifting, and that is your website and your emails and all of your nurturing that you do from start, when someone gets to know you, to finally purchasing from you. Anyway, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining me on the New School of Marketing podcast. I really hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to share more with you next week. If you're ready to take your business to the next level with Facebook and Instagram advertising, make sure you visit newschoolofmarketing.com to download practical free resources, plus subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Until next time, take care and market your business every day.